I think most people will agree that it is possible to be fit over 50. The question is, what does that mean? According to a lot of things that I'm seeing on advertisements and content on YouTube, fitness means sub 10% body fat and washboard abs. But for me, that really doesn't quite cover it. So I've been thinking about this quite a bit and trying to determine what I consider to be fitness and what does it mean to be fit. I'm not qualified to tell anybody what they should do, but I am able to tell you what I do and what's worked for me, and a lot of it has been trial and error and experimentation in order to be able to continue to do things. Most of my workout now is a result of things that I've found don't work for me, or things that will tend to lead to injury that I need to avoid doing. And there's a lot of things that I do during the workout that are more prescriptive in order to help me to maintain the strength and flexibility in certain joints that may have been overloaded and abused in the past. When I was a lot younger, in my 20s and 30s, for me, fitness meant going to the gym, slinging big weights for me, and trying to get bigger and trying to look good. And I didn't do very much cardiovascular training. I didn't think I needed to, because I was always thin, so I didn't have to worry about watching what I ate, but I was not in good condition. I might have looked good, but I would be wiped out after a mile or two of a run, and but that really wasn't important to me at that time. By the time I got to about 40, I noticed that I was slowing down. I needed to actually start watching what I ate. I needed to start doing some kind of cardiovascular fitness training, and I also needed to back off on the heavy weight training that I was doing, because I was having a lot of chronic soreness and injuries that were keeping me from doing the things I wanted to do. And I realized that's not really a good plan. So if I'm doing something that's supposed to help me in my life and it's keeping me from doing things, I need to change things. So I started to really modify the exercises that I did and the focus of what my training was. My focus became more of, how do I maintain strength versus size, and the strength that I needed to in order to be able to do the things that I enjoyed at a level that made me feel good about what I was doing. So I needed strength to be able to move my body in various ways, to bike, run, hike. I wanted to be strong enough so if I needed to do something, I was physically able to do that. And I needed to keep myself as injury-free as I possibly could. Nobody wants to be injured. I'm not a professional athlete, so I don't need to do something that's going to cause me damage just because I need to do it. So I had to come up with a different plan. So I started doing a lot more body weight resistance exercises that concentrated on form, time under tension, and flexibility. I try to make sure that in any given week at this point I do 2 sessions of resistance training. Each of those sessions will include a little bit of cardio for warm-up, and I do core every time that I lift. And then I try to do 2 or maybe 3 other days where it's primarily cardio based. I try to plan my week so that I have time to recover after the weightlifting, so I don't lift 2 days in a row. I try to separate my weight training by at least a day or two, and that gives me time to recover between. And when I do my workouts, they tend to be full body workouts. So I'll do upper, lower body, and core every time that I lift. And if I only get a chance to work out once in that week, I'm not completely neglecting upper body or lower body to do that. So a typical workout for me, I'll come into the gym and the first thing I'll do is usually about a mile on the treadmill or maybe 10 minutes on an elliptical, just something so I can break a sweat and get my whole body warmed up. And then I go and I will do something like a pull-up, then a push-up, something for shoulders, something for legs, and then core. And I'll repeat that maybe 2 or 3 times for the workout. So it might look like pull-ups, push-ups, dumbbell raises, calf raises, core exercises. Then I'll come back and maybe do curls, another set of push-ups, maybe side lateral raises or dumbbell shrugs. And then I'll go do some Romanian split squats or lunges, and then some more core. So I go and I rotate through that, and allows me to hit everything. And if I do that, say 3 times, I might be at the gym for an hour and 15, hour and 30. So it allows me to get a good amount of exercising done. And because I'm only hitting each specific body part maybe 3 times, sometimes chest gets hit more than that because there's some overlapping exercises. But it allows me to get enough without overtraining any individual muscle group. And at the end, I'll generally do about 10 minutes of stretching to warm down, and that's mainly for stretching my posterior chain, my hamstrings, calves, glutes, lower back. Those are generally the things that for me are very tight. Like most people, my job forces me to sit for long periods of time, so I need to do a lot of things to counteract that with, and that's what the core training does. It strengthens things so that when I am sitting, I'm not slouching and I'm not hurting myself. And then the stretching helps to keep me flexible so that I'm not damaging myself by spending so much time in a seated position. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I will go ahead and have some upcoming videos on core training, cardiovascular training, and a little bit on probably diet and supplementation. So if you want to see those, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notifications, and you will know when they come out. Thanks for watching.